Okay. So what do we think that were the struggles while we wait for this map to load? Here.
Our struggles widen. Well, I don't really remember. The defense struggled, yeah.
Our defense always struggles. Damar, mute your mic.
Oh, my bad.
It's all good. Okay. I was just about to turn him down, but okay, continue.
Our defense struggles a lot.
Yeah.
Like we give up a lot of space and then don't do anything.
Okay. Anything on attack? Since we're on attack first. We can remember
I
from
don't
this.
remember attack.
You don't
This
remember?
attack went. The first attack went pretty quickly. It was OT attack that took a little bit.
Okay.
Our first.
Ryan kept trying to take too much space, and then like he just kept getting he was overextended and he just kept getting punished for it. And it took a while for him to realize to not overextend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He needs to take slower space.
Okay. Let's see examples.
I don't think we should bother with cypher chips and stuff. I think we should go mid.
I do actually remember this. Damar, we want to make sure that we're not just leaving Majin like this. Yeah, nice.
Well, I couldn't really. I was trying to get both him and
I
Ryan.
recognized he wasn't
low
with
and
me, so I
he
ran
was, like,
away.
right next to me. I was.
That's so.
Yeah, no.
Ryan has to
Just recognize Damar has a lot. Not Damar. Ryan has a lot of self-sustain. And he's really good at utilizing his util to play around that individual play style. Providing a little extra healing, yes, sure, it works, but also taking this kind of this aggressive of an off angle also forces a lot of them to back up on point, and will also allow John to get more healing onto Ryan because they're not going to be looking out all at him. They're going to be looking at the Sojourn with the Lucio up top. Allowing for a little bit more pressure. And like we have said before, we want to try to surround them. So having Yek, John over here, Ryan maybe a little bit around here, and then the both of you up here. That's really good. That's really good positioning to find that engagement, especially if Ryan could look to either jump high on this person, which I think actually Ryan should just be looking to jump high up here, or looking to pressure this hog entirely. Not really this cast at all.
Go over to
Yeah. Okay.
It's a tough early. Ryan went in a little bit before everyone and as well didn't get full healed. That's all that really happened there. Because he took a lot of initial pressure, which, yeah, I understand, Damar, you wanted to get that healing. But Ryan, you could still look to be a little bit more patient. And yes, Damar's healing is important, but John is your more optimal healer. So when we do need healing, then John should be the one that we're looking for, Ryan, not Damar. Obviously, you weren't looking for either is the main thing. So when when we are less than half, try to find John. Or call for John to come over to you, because John is able to do that.
No, that's a waste of a fade.
It's a waste of a fade, but if you keep your tank up, then it's not a waste of a fade. And again, Ryan, we again aggressed in alone. That's kind of what happened there. You have to recognize the comp that we're playing into now, because now we definitely know that they have a Hog, they have a Echo, Cass, and Zen. They're really playing to stop your Doomfist engagements. So instead, we could be looking to maybe not you be the initial engagement, you not be the initial engagement, as well as we need to play a little bit more passive and patient and wait for a proper and I guess a more perfect dive than a staggered dive that we occasionally find ourselves doing. Engaging again first. You did get hooked though, but yeah, you want to be playing those corners, Ryan.
Pass into the iris.
There's nothing we can do. We don't have a tank. Unfortunate pulse. That's a good first engagement though. We need to be listening to a target. Good picks.
Adaptive circuits engaged.
Yek and Abby are going crazy.
I'm light.
Yep, that was a much better dive. Even though we got early, even though Ryan got early, that was a much nicer dive. Because remember, we have to play around that Roadhog hook. He's not an idiot, so a lot of hogs that we're gonna see, especially at like if Maris ends up playing a hog against us, we really either gotta like I brought up the word bait dive. It's it's not soft diving directly. It's kind of soft diving, but it's not exactly soft diving, because it's more or less it's almost exclusively for hooks and like sleeps. It's like diving somewhere where they think that they're gonna get soft dived, and that would be like jumping all the way back here, and then play the corner. Play the corner. Don't go in for the re-engagement or to punch out. You stay here, hoping to get hooked or well, in this case hooked. And this is just one example of an area that you could look to do it. Hope to get hooked. Once that hook's out, now as a team you guys could look for that re-engage. But you guys need to get that hook out so that Ryan can stop getting pressured out by the Zen and Hog combo.
I'd just be playing for Pulse in most cases here, since they do have a hog. I could just feed or farm Pulse off the hog the entire way and
You
see if I
can,
can get a
if you
pick of
honestly
it.
think that would work, yeah, you can. But
Because it
also,
looked really hard to dive, like in general, without Ryan. So
at
maybe
least
if I
there, yeah,
just
they were all playing together back on point, which is not easy. So when you don't have your tank assisting. So yeah, we could look to farm pulse a little bit if that's an option, or we could look to maybe pull someone. Use yourself as bait to hopefully maybe take this long or a long flank like this. Maybe see whose focus can you take, or could you even take the hog or Zen's focus so that maybe he doesn't get discorded or hooked from away, and then Ryan can look to engage. Is something that the DPS could have been looking to do. That makes sense to you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now here, we like I said, every time we played on Ike, castle control wins the game, or wins this point. So how well are we going to control this castle? Unfortunate early, but good retake.
Meteor strike.
Very good castle control. Nice. We don't want to give up. We don't want to give up castle just because we win castle, or clear castle doesn't mean we want to just like back off and now all go play point. Well, yes, 3 on cart is fine, but I'd much rather just 1 on cart and then the rest you be set up like either up here, yeah, mainly just up here, and setting up for that. Because we could be looking to, because if they regain control of castle, or attempt to, then we're still fighting in the areas that we like, meaning the close range spaces, like tight areas. Doomfist loves this area, Tracer loves it, Genji kinda loves it, not as much, but still can kinda love it. But we still want to be looking to play in that area. And in this case, if we were playing for castle, I don't think we do play Ike, but if we were to play Ike going forward, Damar, I'd prefer you on cart, and John, you'd be in there, because your orbs are going to be very valuable.
I want to wait. Actually, could it just be me? Because I have ways of getting in and out faster than everybody else.
You holding inside castle?
No, holding cart.
Holding cart? You can't
Because
really play above, though. You can't play
I'm not
above
trying.
at all.
I'm saying. Well, then that would be like Ryan. Or no, Ryan wants to be in. I mean, that would be Yak because he has the vertical like mobility to do
Yeah,
it.
but
No?
just keep Lucio on cart so we can get the extra damage up top in that fight, and then play with John. Play around John's healing.
Okay.
Like, yes, I understand what you're trying to say, but you have no verticality at all. So like your in and out doesn't work.
That's what I'm saying. But that's what I mean. Like if we're fighting castle, like especially the bottom part, like let's say if we're just trying to push them into the bottom part, I still have that. Like doing we're
Yeah, but
putting cart
a
space.
lot of the times they're not going to take just the bottom part.
Okay.
A lot of times they're going to want to fight up here, because especially if they just see we're holding around here, they're just gonna go up here and then
I'm also
come
thinking
around
about it
us.
like Gibraltar comps where like Tracer just kind of stays on like cart the entire time.
No. We need you control. We need you, Ryan, and yeah, controlling this high area, where you
Okay.
could maybe be poking around here, or even long down here,
Yeah.
watching around here. But
All
yeah,
right.
we just need high ground control, because if they push down, that's an easy fight for us. We could just rotate, play down here, and surround them in here. And if they play high, try to entrap them in this staircase, or don't let them leave that.
Okay.
See, we were even gonna get early there, but remember, we want to make those engagements together, because Yek went up, or well, what? Let's see exactly what did happen.
I just got over aggressive. I saw an echo and tried to get out.
Yeah, you got up, yeah. We're just an uncoordinated dive. Let's make sure that we're coordinating what type of dive. Yes, you got the echo pick. And Majin is here, so if we wanted to make this a hard dive, that would have worked. But Ryan wasn't clear or set for that, because a lot of
I also
Ryan's
fucked with my dad.
yeah, a lot of Ryan's initial fights, he plans for the soft dive. So if you guys want to hold this fight, you guys need to communicate. We want to fight this, or keep this target. Because Ryan almost instantly got out once he saw how many there were. Which also comes with the initial early scouting, which honestly should be Majin probably doing because we don't really, John can't really play with tracers easily. So we want to be
Yeah.
early scouting so that Ryan doesn't need to be doing as much soft diving, and so that these dives aren't as split like this, or end up splitting like this, where we have some hard and then some soft diving. So I guess just a little bit more scouting. You do it well on Sombra, so just maybe try to correlate a little bit more to Tracer. Very nice cast pick.
Pass into the iris.
What did just happen?
Pass.
Damn. It just
Ryan
blows up.
I think I did a good job forcing out Zen's ult.
Yeah, we getting out Zenzo is honestly a very good. It's a plus to the fight loss, as we did make a lot of space. It's just unfortunate that we lost a lot of time, or we spent a lot of time on first point, which is something that we need to just pick up the pace of, because we kept trying the same shit and it just wasn't working, as we kind of saw. Meaning Ryan kept going in first instead of us looking to find some minor adjustments, whether it's like have Majin or Yek try to take the focus of the hog away so that Ryan can look for the engagement, or looking to bait out that hook. So we can't really be wasting time, because wasting time will cost us a lot. Could cost us fights, or yep, more fights. See, it's again a lot of waiting right now, especially when we kind of know where they are. Like Ryan's spending a lot of time just running around. He was under here, then he was back on cart. Now he's back where he currently is. And Majin and John have all just kind of been rotating around here. You guys are all the way back here. We really need to coordinate something. Even if it's not the correct thing, we just need some form of coordination, because it's been about 20 seconds of us just kind of trying to set up when we don't really have the time to be trying to set up. We need to be looking to play a little bit faster here. There we go. Now we're high ground, but yeah, we needed Majin setting up high. So, in the sense, earlier when you initially came up here, Abby, you could have coordinated. Okay, a couple guys up top. Ryan could have been ready for that, like maybe 20 seconds ago, and then Yek as well. We could have been. This dive could have been coordinated 20 seconds earlier, but we did it late. You understand? And it's not specifically on you, Abby. It's just whoever is able to spot. Okay, guys up here. There's a dive that we had up on this high ground.
I think we could have just made any call, maybe to castle either.
Sorry, what?
I also
I gotta turn you up.
we
Okay,
could have said like move through castle as well.
yeah, we just gotta move.
I was kind of stuck there with the cast. I probably
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was trying to make that like engagement, but the cast was like hard locking me down.
Well, like over here.
Yeah.
Then you don't have to
You-
engage yet. You don't have to wait. You just need to,
yeah, I waited. I think here I started waiting.
You know,
like
you
this
just-
is when it starts.
You just need to coordinate until, even just telling Ryan, okay, cast up top, because the hog has been his main problem. The hog has been his main problem, and if we could say hog's on cart, this is an easy dive for us. There's no tank in this fight. We win this all day. We just didn't. We just need to do it earlier, pretty much. Because yes, the
If they
dive.
can go, bro, they just drop.
If they want to drop, then we have the high ground. They can
Yeah,
drop.
but over aggression probably just wasn't.
What?
Somebody just. I said, but we kind of have over aggression problems, so wouldn't somebody end up just chasing?
There's no over. Yes, someone would end up chasing. It maybe end up chasing, but that's on us. But it didn't happen at all.
Okay.
Yes, we have over aggression problems, but it's not happening in this VOD at the moment. It's not what we're looking at. We're looking at a incomplete dive, pretty much. Because we're not, again, now Ryan's out of the fight, and now Majin's about to enter the fight. We want to make sure that we're all engaging and disengaging together. We've talked about this. That's a good double Majin, though. Very nice play. Very nice. Coordinate.
This is where you were like, oh, don't focus Echo, but this is what happened prior to that. That's why we were like on it.
You know, but once that Lucio, once we de-thing that echo, you see, you're still looking for that echo. See, we're in
Yeah.
OT. Stop looking at that echo. This is what I meant. Like once this echo flew out, she's out. You need to find this Lucio. You need to help John with this Lucio. See, we even still continue to try to look for her a little bit.
Okay.
And then especially in those situations, we want to make sure that the target focus is there, coordinating that target.
Score 0-1. Switching sides. Initiating match.
Yep. Defense time. Oh, this is not Doom. Sigma works, I guess. Do we want to look at Sigma defense, or do we want to look at Doom
The
defense?
Sigma defense actually did feel really good for a team that's never played it before.
I didn't like it.
You didn't like it?
No.
Why?
I think right now Sigma just gets run over in general as the character, but I think his Doom would have worked well with this comp regardless.
Okay. So do we want to look over the Sigma defense, or do we want to go to a Doom?
I think we should. I think we should still.
Okay.
But
Oh. Okay. As we know, we want, as Sigma, we're playing a little bit more of a poke comp, so we want to be holding the angle. So then initially, yes, Ryan's fine playing here. Abby, you want to Josh and Abby, you guys would want to make sure that you're holding this angle. John as a Brig, you could probably be holding this area too with them. And then Damar, preferably mainly holding over here, but if they start failing over here, need to be pressured back, be ready to pull, obviously. And then Yak, yeah, you're fine playing this left side, being ready to retreat back here if needed. Preferably not like back through here because that's crossing through a main choke. That makes sense, everyone? With where they should be positioned on this comp?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but we give up so much space. Imagine we give up
Yeah.
the left side or right side almost entirely, just for free. We just gave up the space for no reason. And now that they just have full control of that right side. And that's going to be hard for us to retake, which we don't, because based off this time.
no, we do.
We do?
Yeah, we do.
Nice disengagement tomorrow. Very nice. Good coordination there. Good fight coordination. But nice, yeah, nice retake. But now is where we'd want to reset up in those positions. So Majin, you'd want to go back on the right side, obviously.
Mm-hmm. I might have recognized it because I do remember playing the right side. There it is.
Yeah, there we go. Okay. We also want to make sure that we're tabbing and recognizing, okay, they swapped JQ. Because this is
Perfect setup, Ken. Perfect setup.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. It's very nice. But this is, like I said, the main thing that I said is that we struggled with adaptability, and this is where it comes in. This is probably what happened. It is what happened to us here. They made a comp swap. We weren't ready for it because we didn't really face JQ all day. But now we're running into a Junker Queen. So meaning we need to play differently than we would playing into a Hog, which is a bit more pokey. So let's be ready for a faster comp, meaning we need to either match their engagement, or we need to be ready to kite their engagement and force them to use util on the disengage, meaning play a little bit more back. Honestly, Yek, you could probably be just more or less poking from back here. Going into this JQ, Majin, you're fine because you're already disengaged. Abby, or John, you could be looking just to keep that JQ back for a boop. And Ryan should be looking to save Rock and definitely just playing this corner and waiting for their push. We want them to use their util before they can do anything, really. At least in this comp. And it's kind of the same with if we were to be running Doom here. We want to either be we have more mobility. They have decent mobility on the JQ rush, but we have much better mobility running a dive in general because all of our characters are mobile versus some of their characters being mobile and relying mainly on JQ shout and Lucio speed to get around. So we want to really outmaneuver them, and once their speed usages are out, and if they don't successfully get a pick, then we have a very strong re-engagement for that. Which is kind of how we should be looking to play almost every time into a JQ comp. Playing a little bit more defensive instead of setting up aggressively on Doom. We want to set up a little bit more passively and defensively and wait for them to make their decision. While unless we spot an opportunity for a good engagement, like they split up or stagger themselves a little bit. which can happen. So we need to either be waiting for that kind of opening, or wait for their engagement to be aggressive. Sorry. Just zoned out when watching that engagement. Yeah, you cross through mid, which they saw. Now you have no dash, which is why they rush you and John now. You know, see that JQ walked on you because she knows you don't have a dash, and John's gonna get killed here because of that dash aspect instead of you rotating through high like I suggested instead. Yeah, John gets picked off because of it. Now he knows that you're not in the fight because you have to. He fully forced you out of this fight. Now they're looking to swap to targets to do a lot more damage onto Ryan. And now Ryan's been forced to use all of his util. Quite literally all of his util. Yeah.
I diffed their support though.
I just watched myself run around the entire map.
But we don't want to give openings like that because, as we saw, Yek, that one dash that you made led to the downfall of this fight. The downfall of that entire fight. You fucked up the entire defense we had going by dashing through them. While yes, you did a little extra damage, you gave that JQ an opening and a reason to chase you down because you had no movement ability to get out, which ended up costing John, forcing you out, and then they ended up fighting a 5-on-3, or Ryan even ended up fighting a 5-on-1, which cost him his life. That makes sense?
Yeah, so just take long rotate on steps.
Yeah, just take it. You don't need to do it. It's really you don't need to do that when you can just do this. If you could do the safer option and it won't if you could do the safer option and you'll be still in the fight at the same time as the team, do it. Always be safer, if it's possible, and that's not just the same for it's the same for all of you, not just Shek. If the safer option is gonna lead to the same outcome or a better outcome, then do it. Again, yeah, we want to control castle. We definitely don't need to be 5-stack. Oh, never mind. We were not 5-stacked. I am just poor at spectating. Okay, I like this. Yes, I like that, Yak. And Ryan playing here is honestly fine for now.
I remember that from that one VOD review.
Yep.
Way back in the day.
Yep.
I remember it. I'd be playing something different.
No, you're fine. After the initial pressure here, Majin, you and John could have looked to maybe rotate either to here to get a little bit better of an angle, or even to this corner.
I thought I was safer on the left because I could take that.
There's not a lot that you could see on the left. Well, yes, you could drop down here. It doesn't give you a lot of options. Like, yeah, you could rotate all the way out, but if they recognize you're on the left, they could try to cut you off through here. Versus
Is there
up here,
something safer? Because like
then
up
what?
there, I feel like I would like.
Over here.
I don't know. I feel like I'm
Over here
okay,
or down here.
Yeah.
Both are safer options because you're keeping your distance while also not I guess putting yourself behind them. Kind of putting yourself behind them. That's in quotes. Because here you're kind of split. You see, if you're here, they're all kind of in front of you. Versus like if you're here, you still kind of have the map to map and team support. Like you kind of see a line a little bit. Yeah. No.
Wait, sorry. One more time.
You can kind of see a line of like where they are compared to where you guys are, and where you want to be on the stairs or like up here is like it's behind them. It's behind them, while in being down here is an aggressive angle because they can look to cut you off with Reaper TPing up here. Because even Reaper TPing on Yek is very safe for him. May even walling herself up to here and cutting you off, or even JQ. This JQ rush up the stairs. They could all just cut you off in some way, versus the safer angles, which is over here, up there, over there.
I've got you in my sights.
Yeah, they didn't recognize that you were there. And we also flipped the map, so that worked out. Okay, we flipped the map back on Majin, and Majin wasn't ready for it. Nice, Poldemar.
That's my goat right there. He did that like 3-4 times already.
Up and
In this
around.
VOD.
I remember seeing nice pulled the bar in the middle of the game.
Oh, Reaper. A lot of Reaper damage. We just weren't coordinated at all in this castle. Because if we slow it down. right around here. What are we looking at? Yes, you guys are on the disengage, so you guys need to reset yourselves in some way, meaning we can't be aggressive. So we're not looking to be aggressive, but Yek, we need to look to assist Ryan here. While he's not being aggressive, this Reaper's the only one that we know of, because we don't Majin can make the call that okay, Lucio's here, Kiri May on point, and if he was aware enough, he doesn't have to be aware enough, but if he was, he could also even maybe make the call of Junker Queen here. So
Mhm.
Yek, you need to recognize okay, it's only Reaper on Ryan, or
I was
even
scared that if I pushed Reaper, that the Lucio would collapse in on me because I remember Majin making the call that he was on the left. So I remember looking to the left, and I didn't want the team to collide in.
yeah, it's only a Lucio though. Even blading this is perfectly fine, in my opinion. Even getting this blade, it'll force out his Wraith, and then we could have a strong re-engagement where these two don't have to rotate either. Because as long as Damar's healing him, they can look to be aggressive now on this left side, while the entire enemy team's main focus is going to be on this blade.
No, I can't get out. I can't.
You understand?
37 on breach.
Jeez.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So instead of catching Ryan off on that disengage, we could have looked to be re-aggressive, kind of as Abby would love to say, the ebb and flow of the match, where they got a little bit aggressive, and now we could punish that aggression with one of our ults, aka Blade, allowing for Ryan to forcing Reaper out pretty much. Either forcing Reaper out or forcing Reaper to get your Doomfist and himself picked off, while allowing us to also be aggressive, be on that re-engage. Instead of playing just quite split here, purely because we just half were on the retreat and half were
Playing
just
Survivor down there right now.
yeah. That's kind of what
I'm
all of
signing.
you were just playing that entire last fight. Oh, yeah. Instead of disengaging at that last fight, we more or less just split up, and because we want to make sure while our engagements also we want to be together, we want our disengagements to be together. It's not going to be as clean on disengagement or like as together like as specific positioning because it all depends on where we end on the disengagement or on end the fight, which you guys should be trying to be aware of. But while you're in the middle of a fight, all of you, DPS, tank, and supports should be thinking, if I need to disengage right now, where do I go? It should be a thought in the back of your mind, which which would have possibly made a difference in that last fight. Thinking about what is my disengage options, what is my retreat, and if there is none, then your positioning is horrible. Uh, or it's normally it's over aggressive or it's a bad spot to be in if you don't have a disengage option like that. So going forward, that's what I want you guys to be thinking about is, do I have a disengage option? And if so, what is it? If not, change positions to have that disengage option. Okay. What map do we want to look at next?
It should probably be the one before I got put in because I want to shoot it
Got you.
get some through.
When did you get put in for Colosseo?
It
Or
was 2 losses in a row against Stockton. I don't know what maps that was.
two. So
I lost on Terrasa.
What?
Stu should probably have it, right? Stu have you? Oh no, she's been playing a lot. I'm trying to think of who has it.
No. I have
I don't have it.
Shambali. Shu, you were in Shambali, right?
Yeah.
Were you
Yeah,
in
'cause I didn't play
Colosseo afterwards, or was that Yak?
I think that was Yak.
Okay.
Yeah, that was me. That was my
I
first
only
map.
have Shambali, so do we want to do Shambali? We kind of already know what Shambali's issue was, but do we want to?
You guys.
Do we not have anything else?
No, I have everything. It just I only have one with you.
I'd rather do something else.
I'd rather do something else.
That's fine. Okay.
I feel like the same principles of what I'm
It
doing
is. It
because I
is.
played a lot. New Queen Street is a good one. Then.
Okay.
Oh, I said no, right? But
If you're
It's
fine
tough.
with it now, then that works. We could also
I don't
do
know.
we could do Suravasa. We
Yeah,
have
let's do that
Do I really want
we
it?
have our Maris. We have our Maris Suravasa. It was a close fight, as we know.
We should probably do that one because we need to learn about how to play against that Junker Queen comp. Like,
Yep.
it was
I like
bad.
that one,
I got you. But as long as we keep in mind, bait out their speed util before our real engagement, or wait for an opportunity, or wait for a stagger wait for them to stagger themselves or split themselves in even slightly split themselves. Like if this, looking at their comp, if this cast even just slightly was like 2 feet behind his team, that's a dive. That's a dive target right there. And that goes the same with that Reaper. We could look to soft dive out his Wraith. Otherwise, we should be waiting for their speed util out. Meaning mainly JQ shout is the one that we want to watch for. Yeah, just mainly JQ shout.
I had a question about when we play hard dive because I can't really be with someone all the time because Abby either plays Tracer or Sombra, which is hard for Lucy to keep up with.
Then you can play with Ryan.
So
You can play with
My
Ryan.
bad.
yeah.
John should be with
Oh
Yak here.
I think that's sort of my fault though. I have to be more aware of
Well,
like
Sombra at all,
what,
no one should be with Sombra at all.
not Sombra, but my Tracer.
well,
I always like leave John and shit. That's kind of my fault for being more aggressive.
yeah, but I was
Uh,
thinking, can't I like play? I guess kind of by myself,
you
just
can
like
Reddit a little bit, but
around.
I would prefer it if you're Redditing that you make sure that you're with a teammate slightly. Like, you
Yeah,
know how you
like
have
I
the
could be
number.
I
Yeah,
could be
make
in the
sure.
area of like Abby or
Yeah,
Ryan
yeah.
or
Make
something
sure
like
that there's
that.
a number on you. As you can see, you
Yeah.
got the 2 right now. Make sure that you still have one of a number in that sense. Like trying to control like let's say Yek, just like a slight off angle. Let's say Yek's poking here. You could be on this wall poking here. You know,
That makes sense.
trying to split their focus and make them. Oh, do we look at the Lucio or do we look at the Genji? Uh, Giving that little bit of a split if that's how you feel. But I do think you are still a support, not a DPS. While you do decent damage, we still don't want to be just wasting your character pick pretty much because at that point just run fucking Zenyatta, which is also just not well with our comp not a great option at least.
Did you say? I didn't hear the last part.
It was for Lucio. It was for Damar really, not as much for
Oh,
me.
okay.
But yeah,
Yeah.
if you,
Okay.
I just want to make sure that well, I understand what you're trying to say. I just feel that we need to be supporting in some way, so that we're getting value out of the character pick. Because we don't want to be minimizing that. And as well as you know how Ryan loves to be aggressive early, we could still be we could either be helping him get to that fight before the enemy, or we could be helping Yek get support Ryan with helping Yek get to Ryan fast enough so that our fights could be a little bit faster.
Okay.
Well, I was trying to
Because
look
like
hard on
I
the
just
left right here.
Point unlocks
Hmm?
in 10 seconds.
Oh,
What do you mean?
Demar, you can go first.
well yeah, because I'm just like always trying to stay away from John because Yek's always like, oh, let's put the support. So John's with Yek and Ryan, so I'm trying to be like away from them, but I can't be with Abby. So
You just pick one. Just pick one. When we run this, the 2-1-1 split becomes Abby is alone, not Ryan. So you guys kind of just choose based on the map who you guys want to be with. Whether it's what I'm currently looking at, John and Ryan, or whether it's Yek and Damar, whichever one you guys would prefer. You guys can flip flop it. Yek and Damar. I mean Yek and Ryan, or no, not Yek and Ryan. John and Yek, or Damar and Ryan. That also works if you guys want to. It'll all be situational and map dependent, as to I believe whatever one would work best. So it's just kind of determinate. But I still think that you should be trying to be with someone in some way, while not directly speeding behind them. Still be trying to be with someone.
yeah.
Okay. Now we want to control this choke.
Okay.
Anyone that initially comes out this choke, we want to be ready to engage on. We let them take too much space there. Yeah, right now, while we have positioning, we want to be setting up for this engagement. Meaning, we want Yak on this left, or Abby on the left, and then Yak on the right, or someone above, ready to
Yeah, I
go.
was trying to get above. My movement was just absolutely shit. I don't know what was happening.
Yeah, we just want to make sure that we're controlling like 3 good off angles here, so that we're all on the choke at that. Specifically, all on the choke. Where we also have where we know our disengage options, whether it's drop back here, run back here, uh, yeah, disengage here, whatever the disengage option, even just playing a little bit of cover here. We just want to know what our disengage option is. And then we also don't want to allow them into this choke. We gave them a lot of space in this choke, and we should only really be letting them breathe within like this vicinity that's currently on your screen. We don't want to let them breathe past it, because then our dives are going to struggle a bit more. How do we like our positioning?
It's passive. We need to be pressuring them a little bit more at the choke
Yeah.
because we're just letting them walk on at this point.
Yeah, Ryan's a little bit too far back. You two are honestly just on the same angle,
I
which
don't think I was gonna, or I should have never been there, really.
You don't necessarily need to be, because Abby, remember, you could be scouting, giving information, even just sitting here, just getting ready to, basically like kind of playing like a siege cam, just saying, okay, they're peeking, which could be a call for Ryan and Yek to get ready for that engagement. And then you could be either looking for the hacker virus on whichever you think is best, which honestly the JQ might not be a bad option. JQ or Reaper might not be a bad option here.
Okay.
Yeah, we just give so much space. While yes, we do get a nice punch, we need to be ready. Now we need to be communicating a target together instead of going on our own targets. Okay, Yek and Ryan engage together. I like this. I like that you guys got that, but we want to make sure that Ryan's not getting hard focused like he did.
I remember there was communication between me and Abby though, that we were gonna go on Curry.
Okay, then Ryan, we want to make sure that we're listening to that communication as well, because if you can't find that target and they have a target, that's all you. I mean, you have to be on that with them. Yep, this is like, we like this positioning for them. Or we like where they're positioned as our comp. They're kind of all playing around point, except for this Reaper. There it is. That's just unfortunate.
Wait, don't peek it, Rito. Just wait 1 second. There's one right here.
What is happening? Come on. Nothing wrong with, well, I'm just trying to figure out what is wrong. You just, oh, you just get split.
Come on these fucking walls, bro. God damn it. This fucker rides every wall that he could possibly find.
Okay, it's not my fault. I just, it's a wall, and I'm gonna ride on it. Okay. It's
Why
not
did
my
he wait? Yo, why did why did he get juked out by Yek the entire time though? You're like, who's just trying to
Wait,
find
who
him?
got juked out? DeMar?
DeMar got
Oh,
fucking
my bad.
Yeah, that was what was happening.
Yeah. The main
I'm
thing
pretty
I could
sure.
say here is that just we're not setting up for a proper engagement. A lot of our fights have just been trying to take those one-on-ones or 1v1s or 2v1s, where we're mainly on Ryan, who's dead again. We want to make sure that we're diving with the team. Like a lot of these engagements have been alone. We want to make sure that we're coordinating with the team. And remember, ask Ryan, ask the team if they are ready to engage, or if they can. If they cannot, that does not mean go in by yourself.
I feel like me and Abby were on the same page for a while.
No, you guys, from what I've been seeing so far, this point, you guys have been playing fine. But you need your tank in there too, because your tank being picked off early is not going to help you guys. And now, this point and then the one over here, these points favor us because they are close range points. The other two across from us, Gardens and Palace, do not favor us. They are not close range. They are a bit more open. So if it's a bit harder for us, and we need to adapt our play styles based on what point we're on, which is also something that we struggle to recognize. Yeah, we need to see they're all on point. This is what we'd like to see. But now, how are we surrounding? I like Majin's here. I think Majin, you're probably engaging too early here. Because Majin, much like I tell Ryan, you could also ask if we're ready to engage. And if we're not, then we don't really need to be peeking this or aggressing onto this, especially if we know that there's a Cass here.
Meteor strike.
Good, that's a good punch. Over here, yeah, we want to disengage, but remember about the multiple angles that we want to hold. If Majin was able to hold this angle, as well as, or he struggled to hold this angle because all of us are over here and this Cass knows Tracer's alone. If instead maybe Lucio and Genji were here, maybe Moira and Doomfist here, then Majin would have an easier time holding this fight on the Cass because he would recognize he's not alone. You know? We're a little bit stacked is pretty much what I'm trying to say when we don't need to be. So do we understand what we could be looking to do when we find ourselves in this Fight again.
Yes, Coach. See ya.
Thank you, thank you.
Meteor strike.
Yeah, and then Majin is not able to do anything because this cast is pressuring him out, which is still making it a 4-on-4.
That's what I wanted.
Yeah, but it would have been nicer if we were playing our split, like our 2-2-1 split that we've been practicing. Because that keeping that formation is very important. While we don't need to keep it mid-fight, we need to keep it pre-fight. That setup is very important as to how we... Who left? Oh, Josh. Yeah, that setup is very important as to whether or not a fight is going to go well for us or not. And because we were in a 4-1 split instead of a 2-2-1, we ended up getting pressured. We ended up getting pressed, and because we were stacked, we don't do well stacked, we ended up getting played. We'll wait on Josh a couple seconds, but... Okay. So remember that split that we want to play. What is damaging Ryan so much is my question, because he keeps taking so much initial damage. Oh,
He was trying to protect us. I remember him trying to do that.
He's engaging, and then he's re-engaging without getting healed. Sometimes carrying his own life is better than Ryan. Sometimes carrying your own life is better than protecting the team. Because we could look to play for John here, or we could look to play for some of John's healing, or even we could have looked to play for beat here. Because if we look back, I'm not against what the initial pressure that we attempt to do here. Yeah, we take some damage, but what's wrong with Beat Blade? There's nothing wrong with Beat Blade. Ryan's about to die. Beat would save him, and then we have Blade, who it would also save Yek. This is an easy pick for Yek, meaning she's gonna obviously disengage, and then with Ryan's support, because he'll have Beat, this JQ is dead. And that's something that we also. This is the second time now I'm noticing that what do we save Blade for, Yek? A lot of times.
I usually use it to try to get like an early pick on a support to put them down early.
Do you have something wrong against like popping it mid-fight like this?
No, I have something against it because I'm less than half HP. So if I pop late, I die.
So it's something that we need to be quicker with coordinating and recognizing, okay. Not necessarily directly on Damar, but as a team, we could recognize, okay, what ults do we have mid-fight right now that can help us? Sustain, or I guess sustain in some way. Oh, we have Beat. Let's aggress Beat here. Oh, we also have Blade. Let's aggress Blade Beat here. And we could definitely pick off this JQ because Murray's going to fade out. And that's something that needs to be going through our minds quickly. Because Damar, honestly, I would have just panicked. I would have panic beated this because I just see Ryan low in a bad situation. Yeah.
I think I think of that, but I'm not gonna get beat off in time to actually save him, or something like that. I'm pretty sure I thought like panic beat, but like I didn't want to do it for some reason. I kind of forget.
Okay. Sometimes risk it. Honestly. Fail. Attempting and failing is better than not doing something in the first place. I guess
You
it
miss
is.
100% of the shots that you don't take.
Yeah.
I was just about to say that, you dickhead.
Yeah. Pretty much that. And then, yeah, if you got beat, do you think you might have bladed or no?
I would have bladed, yeah. They all would look at me if I popped blade, and I would just die like
Well, yeah.
instantly.
No, right now. I know right now you'd be dead if you didn't get baited. But yeah.
Nuh-uh.
Let's pretty much just let's be a little bit more aggressive with ult if we need to, mainly mid fight. Because yes, it might have been panicked. It would have been classified as a panic ult, but in the sense it could have also been used as
It might have.
It would have been a successful panic ult.
Yeah.
It would have worked.
Okay.
Next, flashpoint.
No, wait, on my golden activating.
Flashpoint unlocks in 10 seconds. Flashpoint unlocked.
Let me talk real quick, wait.
We did not need any ults here.
Yeah, I
At all.
know.
No ults were needed. What was needed there was coordination. We just need to coordinate what we're looking at, and then the targets would die. That's all I'm gonna say there. That's unfortunate, Ryan. Nothing I could say there. Here we could honestly, we've taken 50%. We could just look to kite back and 1 second. Yo, I know you guys are in a game, but you don't need to be yelling. I'm in the middle of a practice still. Okay, sorry. But yeah, we could be looking to be a like soft disengage here, because we are all in not horrible spots to disengage after Ryan stuff. I believe it is. Yeah, see, we're kind of aware that they're all here, so Damar and Mod and you guys could look to assist each other with just kiting back to here, and then the both of you could just look disengage from stairs and then kite back. Because losing Ryan early, yeah, we could still fight it, kinda, but again, you still gotta think of him as he's the tank. We don't really want to go into a 4v5 without the tank. Does that make sense to you guys?
Yes, Coach. See ya.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, and it kind of worked. We just lost some lives.
I think it's because once Abby died, I realized that we should have been kiting out, and I called kite.
Yeah. And it's honestly something that we could look to, it's just something, because there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with kiting early, and even kiting on 4, like I just said. There's nothing wrong with it. It just, we have to recognize it and communicate it as a team. This is unfortunate for Ryan. But, oh, nice play. Tamara, did you just get unlucky picked? I didn't watch it. Was that just unlucky ball?
Yeah,
Okay.
ball and wound from Jungle Queen's ult.
Yes, okay. Nothing I could say there then. That's fine. Right here we want to make sure all tracking they just beat and JQ'd. We could look to be aggressive here knowing that they don't have those though. But also, what could we be looking to do with this fight? Look at the screen. The info is on the screen. How do we want to take this fight?
No.
What?
Soj.
Correct. Now, where do you want to take it, Majin? Where would you like to overclock here? What area?
See, I think I did it. I'm not sure. I don't know if I wrapped around.
Want to pause? Pause real quick and see.
Go for it, because I think I did it. But since the time was, yeah, I did it.
Okay, yeah.
But and they ran up.
Exactly. So yeah, we really want to be looking to play for overclock here, because Ryan could obviously touch. And then we get very nice, very nice. The one thing I could say is definitely we got a little bit more carried by their, kind of not their uncoordination, going into our uncoordination, and we just kind of had a little bit more of an advantage. Because from what I can tell, our target focus is not really there in that fight, and we want to make sure that it is there. Because if they were able to find some form of like target or a little bit more focus on that fight, they definitely would have won that over us. Especially like because looking at it like if Majin pops overclock, the enemy team is going to be thinking either we need to kill Sojourn right now or we all need to disengage Sojourn right now. And if they were able to recognize where Majin was, Majin would have died. Because that JQ and Lucio and Reaper were all like right next to him. So we just need to be really careful in those situations. But yeah, I do remember we won that, and I don't think they fight us here, you know. They just look for next. But overall, very nice end fight there. You guys did. I do like the we were able to manage to win that, as well as good ult usage and playing together. We did make them uncoordinated to that point. Okay, now talk to me. What ults could we well, spoiled it. But what could we be looking to do this fight?
Played early.
Exactly.
Okay. Hear me out.
Go ahead.
Hear me out. But we almost have more ult.
Mhm.
What if we use both?
We can. There's nothing wrong with it. Because I'm in the mindset that we almost have 4 ults. We have 4 ults on the board pretty much. In my
Yeah.
mind. So I'm not against us waiting a couple seconds for something to come online, like Co, like Beat, well, we don't really plan around Ryan's.
Do I kill Cass here?
If you want to swap cast, that's all you. Like I told
No, I
Josh.
think I kill him. That's what I'm
Oh,
saying. I
you
think
go Cash. You go
I don't
Cash.
know if I do.
I don't remember.
I do. Yeah, I do kill him.
Unlocks in 10 seconds.
Hell yeah.
You guys need to communicate that they're pushing up on you though. Mainly for these two's purpose. They need to.
No, that was communicated.
Okay.
That
Okay.
was.
Okay. Then more is just a reinforcement statement. Then we just make sure that we're communicating that they're pushing on you guys on steps, so that Ryan and John are ready. Unfortunate, but winnable.
Yeah, I got the tank, and I think I won. I think that
Yeah,
kind of ended
it
their
was good
lives.
trades. It was good trades though. Nice stagger on you guys. I very much enjoyed watching this one being called. Of course, actually the only stagger that we had all game, because the rest of you just fucking killed the person that we attempted to stagger before.
A whole turning. We did stagger.
Hmm?
We did stagger the whole turn.
You guys attempted to, but that was the best one that you guys had,
Hmm.
at least in my opinion. Very nice kite, all of you. Sorry.
On my part.
These Valcoms, I've never felt more feral in my life. Abby, please explain to me what the relevance of that is to Valorant.
What?
I've never felt more feral in my life.
Guys, if we win this game,
What is the relevance of that to Valorant, please?
I'm about to carry. Trust.
Is that really how
I
that?
like the disengage here. Right now, yeah. We could be looking to play around coalescence. Yeah, I don't think we need to re-engage just yet.
No, I know. That's why I said I fucked up.
Yeah, I think we could have waited until Ryan gave us a target here. Cause
I think it's because I thought Ryan was gonna be there because I saw him up there. I didn't realize he was going around to the right, so I was trying to get to Ryan so he could punch them off.
And that just comes with a little bit of impatience. That was just a little impatient on you.
Yeah.
Where we could just wait for Ryan, and now that Ryan is here, we'll talk about you after in a couple minutes. But I think that probably the Cass is a better option than the Reaper. Well, yeah, we can get out Wraith, but the Cass has nothing for disengage. Yeah, we lose Jack early, but we do end up winning this fight, I believe. Yeah, nice double beam. Make sure we're playing together, coordinating that target. Nice. Wait, oh yeah, I do remember you saying wasted. But yeah, we didn't really need overclock. Main way you could tell is based on just try to be a little bit more cautious of the scoreboard or the kill feed. Or even just of what's around you. Like, do
That
you
was a
still?
panic call.
What?
That was a panic call because I wasn't sure if Queen was gonna heal back. I didn't.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Not
It's
even
fine.
heal back. It was just like her wound. I wasn't sure if she had anything for us.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not mad at it because misclicking ults or misusing ults is it's hard to judge sometimes.
This is my fault.
You know, it's fine. It's not always the end of the world either with just.
No, I'm saying I die here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was just over aggression. Remember, we want to make sure that we're setting up. While yes, we could be looking to either set up Children or we could be looking to set up that dive. That needs to be communicated though. What we're looking to set up here. And here, we more or less just want to be a little bit more patient on our engagement because we get, as Majin did, he gave them a lot. He gave them an opportunity like this. Yeah, and then there was nothing John can do because.
I yelled at you, Abby. I said, Abby, what the fuck are you doing?
See, my thought process, I was under the impression that you guys were going for main, so I was gonna kite back while you guys come behind them.
Time for the reckoning.
You gotta communicate that. You can't be under the impression.
What's it called?
I think it's because Abby wasn't on A team when we discussed that VOD about how we wanted to set up on this point. I think that might have been where there was miscommunication. How we want to set up and with the cross, like where I was, is I don't know. I think that's just because he just wasn't there.
Yeah, while playing this.
Because I had made him use like a bunch of abilities there.
While playing this is fine,
thought...
but if Majin is going to look for this disengage, We want to coordinate that we are doing this.
I'm just gonna bonk my head, bro.
Like
I'm so
Majin, you
upset
need to
about this.
say I'm playing bait on the left. Be ready to dive them. Dive back onto
Okay.
them, or dive onto them high ground. And that's something like yes, you guys can position here, but if Majin has a plan to bait them into this kind of situation, tell me Ryan would not like this.
Oh, he would, but yeah, you just need to voice that
I
you're gonna
always
do
bring him
it.
up right
Yeah,
now.
one at a
One at a
time.
time, one at a
Thinking of it,
time, one
but
at a time.
I forgot to say it at the last second. As soon as Abby died, I was like, "Holy fuck!" We could have just actually just.
Yeah.
Oh.
It would have been a nice fight as long as we voice it. Like Abby, yes, I know you have things going through your mind and you're a very knowledgeable player. We want to make sure that we're voicing that to the team. Just so we have those plans going forward and so that everyone is on the same page. And instead of assuming that everyone is on the same page. Okay?
Yeah, yeah.
That's it. And that's the same for all of you as well. If you guys have any plans, make sure that it's voiced to the team so that we're not just assuming, which could cost us fights like this one did. It's not just DPS supports you if you guys also have ideas. We're one team, not just tank and DPS with supports jerking off.
I want to see that.
Yep, you know me.
Wait, I want to see that.
Tomorrow.
Time for the reckoning.
That's a very nice punch though.
No, though.
What did just happen? Slow it down.
Time for the reckoning.
Oh, you guys missed coordination.
No, that was a good punch though. He
Yeah,
got
no,
him
it was
out.
a nice punch, but Majin disengaged. We want to
Yeah,
re-engage.
I got
Once
scared.
here you four, Ryan, yes, Ryan is doing the right thing. He's kiting as best he can. You guys need to assist Ryan as best you guys can now, which really kind of just means push in. You guys need to be coordinated though in your push, as in who is my target. Ryan's playing a little bit of bait, aka distracting their tank and their Moira. We're fighting a 4-on-5. I mean a 4-on-3. So we need to coordinate. Is Reaper the target? Is Tracer the target? Or is Lucio the target? And it's really, is it Reaper or is it Tracer? Which one are we looking at? And that's what we need to coordinate. Jump from target. Let's say it's Reaper. Kill Reaper or force out Wraith. Swap. Tracer. Kill her or force out Recall. Swap back to either Reaper if he's out or back in the fight. Swap back to Tracer. And just try to be quick with that engagement in that fight. Okay? Yeah, we just need to be quick. Quick with the communication. Cause yeah, we don't go in for that assist on Ryan. When in the overall it was a 4-on-3 instead of a 5-on-4 that it could have looked like. Oh, we're slow. Fuck me.
I feel like usually we don't play like this. I feel like we're a lot. I think we were just exhausted right now.
This is game 12 or map 12.
Not even that. I was fine this map. I was.
Ryan was honestly
But
fine. I do remember his comms being some of the strongest. It's still well, I'll go over what Ryan needs to go over with later, or he will.
She made his out of old.
Meaning when we rewatch the VOD together.
Yeah, Ryan, you're gonna have a fun night tonight watching VOD.
Mm-hmm.
Did we just not touch? Oh no, we do.
But we already staggered.
Yeah, we were already staggered. Okay, there's nothing else to say there. Just
I got anxious because I thought you weren't going to touch, so I tried touching and then died.
You know, it's fine. Yeah, it's obviously in the end here we want to make sure that we're staying calm and keeping our heads clear and being ready to play or staying focused on the game instead of letting the pressure of the overarching situation, aka like semifinals, get to us or making it to that next game get to us, and just focusing on the current point. Not even the entire map, just focusing on Palace. Or just focusing on Gardens, just focusing on Market, just focusing on, I don't know those 2 points names. But just focusing on the individual point at a time. That's what you guys need to work on a little bit. Mainly when it comes to that mental of like getting down on ourselves, as well as getting a little bit antsy in our gameplay. Or panicky. But overall, obviously the adaptation is what we're going to work on going forward, as well as what I'm seeing a lot is our setup could use some work. Remember, we want to really focus on that 2-2-1 split, which we may look to do going into that counterplay day, which is I believe is Thursday. But going forward in scrims, we'll work on 2-2-1. We'll work on. Fuck. Why am I blanking right now? We shall work on. Oh yeah, as well as quicker thinking off of mid fights. Like whether it's disengage, whether it's using ults, whether it's a target, because some of that was just clear here. And then unfortunately we didn't really have great film on the defending on attack because we had a Sigma gameplay that we wanted to watch. But we can go over that because we're still gonna VOD like 2 more times beforehand. Okay. Any more questions?
No, Coach Sia.
Okay. Does everyone understand what we've gone over tonight?
Yes, Coach Sia.
So are we voting tomorrow or scrimming?
We're scrimming tomorrow.
We're scrimming tomorrow.
It'd be red.
On God.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
We're gonna have fun tomorrow.